Marvin Gaye was like I don't know. There wasn't any artist like him after that, other than like Michael Jackson, who was like putting messages in the music and shit.
No, Marvin Gaye was pretty unique, man. He was a standout, and I think everybody knew it.
Yeah, but see, he's from that generation though, man. Because if you think about it, he's from, you know what I'm saying. He was writing for Stevie Wonder. Him and Stevie Wonder formed a writing team. There was all types of stuff going on when it came to that mentality, man. It was like that whole era was as. But then again, you got to think about the shit they saw. You see what I'm saying? So my question is though, because we've seen a lot in the last 25, 30 years. Why isn't that so much more prevalent now, other than just because they pay us more money to say nigga and shoot niggas on songs? Why isn't that more? I mean, because the message could still be there and we could still find ways to be creative and making sure we do it, but it's not done on such a high level. I'm not saying it's not being done at all, because
I think it's being done. We know that. I think it's not being done at such a high level because I think we might have had that conversation before. Certain people might have been bought off or pushed into another direction to keep them from speaking out about the social ills and having social commentary within the music. But it's needed. It's still needed.
Yeah, I mean, because the conversation to me is way more important than the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, again, the vibration, man, it's like people kind of like, we get caught up in all of this. We get caught up in the feeling and not necessarily understanding that feeling is distracting.
What's the message?
Exactly. There's something behind, like, even like, I'll say like the reason why you have a polarized fan base between Biggie and Pac is because even though Pac wasn't the most lyrical rapper, he spoke to the people directly, and he wasn't just talking at them. The average rapper talks at you, but when you listen to Pac, you feel like he's talking to you.
Yeah, and he was charismatic when he did it.
Yeah, so he may not necessarily, and nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? But and the same thing, like Outkast, they spoke to you. Goody Mob spoke to you. You know what I'm saying? But then you take into account like somebody who's talking about, you know what I'm saying? I won't even say I don't want to say the glamorization, but if they're talking about all the ups of a negative, of doing negative shit, but they don't talk about the ramifications and outcomes of it, then they're just talking at you.
They're just running their fucking mouth, man. They just shooting the shit. And to be honest, I ain't gonna say nobody's name, but it's some rappers out there that these young boys and these young ladies are listening to. They don't do half the shit that they saying. I'm not trying to call nobody a killer or no gangster. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying all the pill popping and all this other shit. Some of these motherfuckers ain't really doing the shit that they rapping about.
Southside, how you doing? Eastside, how you doing? Westside, how you doing? Northside, how you doing? Southside, how you doing? Eastside, how you doing? Westside, how you doing?